King County Metro plans to cut the number 20 bus route in September 2024 that will create a transit dead zone west of I-5. North Seattle College, Licton Springs, Green Lake, East Wallingford will be most affected by this transit dead zone west of I-5. We've put up posters with a QR code, and in 2 weeks, over 660 number 20 bus advocates have added their names to our Save the Number 20 bus list. Many have noted why the number 20 bus is important to them. Access to school, work, and light rail are the most common reasons. Shopping, medical and dental access, and transit for seniors and the disabled are also common.
Bus 20 is a critical transportation option for North Seattle College students, faculty, staff, and families in the area. Limiting or making this route unavailable in any way will have severe negative impacts on the diverse community the college serves. It will also affect the college's ability to appropriately serve the diverse community that it relies on for ongoing enrollment. This is a serious issue of equity and inclusion.
This bus route is regularly used by the youth of these districts to commute to school and get to extracurricular activities. Ensuring consistent transportation is made available to our young people allows them to stay active and engaged in their communities and access education and opportunity. It also alleviates the burden on households that may not have adults or vehicles available to provide transportation during or beyond typical 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. work hours.
I would be very disappointed to lose the Route 20 bus. I live and work in the Wallingford/Green Lake area, and the removal of the 20 would mean I would have to walk 40 minutes one way to get to and from my job as a preschool teacher, the children's school. Without the 20, my commute would effectively become a public transit dead zone. I have other co-workers who rely on the 20 as well. Removing public transit infrastructure that those of us without cars rely on can be devastating to the community, let alone the impact it will have on my smaller preschool community. Public transit allows people to get to, and to keep their jobs, an important thing to consider as Seattle grapples with its homelessness crisis. Please keep Route 20 for those of us who rely on it.
I take the 20 to work every day. It is one of the only buses that I have felt safe on every time I've boarded. With rent prices climbing, us grad students at UW are being pushed further away from the U District to seek out more affordable housing. Several of us find refuge in Upper Wallingford and Green Lake, where we can fill historic houses to the brim and find rooms for less than $1,000 a month. While this is great, myself and many others I know chose to live in these places because of the direct access to UW that the 20 provides. Terminating the 20 would mean significantly altering the commutes of dozens of graduate students. I've said it before, and I'll say it again from the rooftops, the 20 is the bus for us.
Without bus number 20, my ability to get to the university to take classes is severely hindered. The loss of bus number 20 will have a direct, negative impact on my education. It also puts me, a young adult woman, at a greater safety risk. I work late nights to help pay for my education, and without bus number 20 I will have to walk home late at night or pay for an Uber every time, which will negatively affect my income greatly.
The number 20 Metro bus is very important to our nonprofit business, the Children's School, TCS. We run a nonprofit business that is on the number 20 route. Over the years, we have had not only staff members who regularly use that route to get to and from work, but we have had families who use number 20 to get their children to and from school. I currently have several staff members who rely on the number 20 route, and it would cause them and our preschool hardship if it were to be eliminated.
I am a resident of Willis House, a 40-unit senior residence. I rely on Route 20 to access my medical clinics as well as weekly grocery shopping.
Route 20 is the ideal mode of transportation for me for obtaining food as well as meeting medical needs. Losing the use of Route 20 would be a very burdensome and inconvenient change. Please reconsider the proposed elimination of Route 20. Your consideration would be greatly appreciated.
I am a senior without access to a car. I attend fitness classes in Northgate at least twice a week via 20 bus. My doctor and my dentist are both at Northgate and accessible to me only via the 20 bus. I have a monthly doctor appointment. Other means of transportation are either unreliable or too expensive for me on a limited income. Please keep the 20 bus.
The number 20 bus provides the only public transportation connecting Wallingford with Green Lake, Northgate, Lake City, and the University District Light Rail. Many people in these neighborhoods, including public and private school students, seniors, the disabled and young families depend upon this line for their transportation to school, work, healthcare visits and grocery shopping. Without number 20 available, the residents of this neighborhood would need to walk 7 blocks to reach the nearest bus line. That distance could be prohibitive for elderly and disabled persons to walk especially. We need to keep line 20.
I have multiple sclerosis. I take the 20 bus to do volunteer work and to doctor appointments in the U District, to connections to go farther afield, and to get my groceries near Green Lake. The bus stops at the top of my street and makes living where I live and doing what I do possible. Without the 20 bus, I'll be dependent on my husband, who has a full-time job, to drive me where I need to go, or on Uber. There are no other buses that go toward the U District that don't require a 15 to 20-minute hilly walk to get to, in rain, heat, etc. Perhaps fine for many people, but severely limiting and overwhelming for someone with MS.
Much of the multifamily housing that's going up in my area doesn't have enough parking. The idea seems to be that it will encourage people to use public transit. Routes like the 20 allow people in these dense areas to get to light rail and bus hubs. We need more public transit, not less. Our family uses Route 20 frequently and there is no substitute.
This is the only bus I take to go to school. If I don't have this route, it makes it immensely hard for me to go back and forth from UW campus, and it also makes it dangerous since there are days when I have to go home late at night.
My classmates and I need to take this bus to get to and from the UW campus. We are architecture majors and have a lot of late nights and need safe and reliable transport.
It is my transportation to work every day. I take it morning and evening from my house on Latona to UW, as do 2 other people in my house, since we are graduate students. It is also my access to downtown and the airport, as I take it to get to the U District Light Rail Station.